Over my lifetime, I've always had a connection to teaching children. It wasn't until this past summer I was able to finally live that dream for my first time. I was hired at Say Yes to Education in Syracuse to work with children in the Syracuse City School District. I had no specific expectations coming into my kindergarten class the first day, other than fright. It wasn't until meeting the shy faces of my class that I realized this wouldn't be so bad. I would later find out that I was sorely mistaken. Not necessarily in a bad way, but I was just very naive starting out. When the teacher left and it was just me, the place became a zoo. There was one little boy that stuck out to me. He was the busiest among the class. He ran from place to place with no care. The next morning, when the teacher I was working with was back, the same little boy was not having a good day. He was getting teased by girls near him because they didn't want him sitting there. He soon began to act out. He climbed his way on top of a bookshelf and wouldn't get down until the teacher took him down and brought him to the office. Throughout the rest of the summer, the teacher I was working with did not have any patience with this student. I believe in second chances. I have plenty of patience when it comes to children, so I worked with the boy one-on-one throughout my time. While working with him, I grew a connection and slowly found out more about him. He was living in a foster home with only certain visitation rights to his biological parents on specific days. One day, he came to me with a bruise on his arm in the shape of a hand. It looked as though the hand was squeezing around his arm. I tried to ask him what had happened, and he was reluctant to tell me, so I had to report it to the nurse and leave the matter to be resolved there. A couple days later, he came to me with a bruise on his head and claimed that his brother had done it. Over time, I saw this as a common trend, and he would only find the confidence to tell me. I saw this as a child in need, and I did all in my power to help him. I think he saw this, and as the summer came to an end, he began to cry in fright of never seeing me again. He started to call me Mom near the end of the program, which brought tears to my eyes. This child saw me as such an important figure in his life, and I looked up to me as a role model. This was when I realized that this was my calling. I enjoyed working with underprivileged students because I feel that I'm actually making a difference in their lives. I saw a light in this particular student to be able to see me on a daily basis, and I worked for him to have a great summer while he was there. Too often I see adults get ready to give up on students that act out or give them troubles, but I see that these are the students that need the most help and care. I have a strong passion when it comes to children, and I have a fire in me to make a difference. I may just be one person, but I believe that one person can change the world for a student. This is why I want to work in an environment where I'm needed to make a difference in a child's life, because I believe I have the power, patience, and passion to do so.